from Idaho. I strive to provide interesting videos about motorcycles, fabrication, welding, electronics, machining, and general creativity. I hope you enjoy. Hello from Idaho. I thought I would take a minute today to talk about my welding table. I've had a few questions on it on previous videos. If you watched any of my previous videos, you note that I've used it. I've had a couple of motorcycles up here. I use it as a welding table. I use it as a mechanics table. I build wood projects on it. It basically is the one place in my tiny shop that I have to work. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It's actually a Titan 1500 XLT motorcycle lift. With a steel plate bolted onto the top. That lets me do welding projects, but I still get my motorcycles up here. Of course, it's got ramps. It also has 11-inch wide extensions that go on the side, so I can get ATVs up here, riding lawnmowers. In my youth, I used to work on the floor, stand on my head to work on everything. Now, I just roll it up here and I work on it at the height that I want. One of the things that I haven't shown you before is it's got a pump here that allows me to pump it up, but it also is air over hydraulic. So it goes up to 42 inches, the highest motorcycle lift I've ever seen. When I worked in the motorcycle shop, they would come up to maybe 36, and they were air. And the hydraulic will stay wherever you put it, which is really nice. But it also has a locking system that keeps it from going down over the course of a year or whatever. And it also goes down to 7 inches. Which means I can get my lawnmowers and motorcycles and other stuff on here very easily. It's got a shallow ramp, and in fact it comes with a ramp that's a full 52 inches wide. That's how wide this thing gets when you add on the wings. There's also an extension in the front. I didn't buy the motorcycle clamp that allows you to clamp the front wheel, so I just used tie downs. When I had this plate cut, I had them cut 9/16 inch holes in each corner, which was nice for lifting it in here and also for tying motorcycles down. So without any weight on it, it goes down pretty slow. But you can see it's going to get really low. And so it makes it easy to get things on it. And then, especially for welding projects, some mechanical projects, it's really nice to have the variable height. I have a hydraulic welding chair that I use, welding stool that I use. So this is my hydraulic welding stool. Right now it's at 21 inches and it goes up to 32. So the combination of a adjustable seat and an adjusting welding table means I can get into a pretty comfortable position for a lot of welding. This thing started out life as one of those tall office chairs for the for the tall cocktail type desks, or I'm sorry, tables. And it was thrown out by my employer because it had a rip in the seat. So I took off the seat and threw it away. And that same day I found this piece of wood. It's actually the end of a set of Herman Miller bookcases. And it was big enough, it's about the right size, and it was easy to mount. And so I've been using it that way. I cut off half of the footrest so that I can slide it under things that the wheels will go under. This won't, so I can slide it under things, and I just rotate it around to where I need it. So I'm pretty comfortable most of the time when I'm doing mechanics work, welding, fabrication. And so you can see if I just pump it, it comes up pretty slow. It's sort of like a bottle jack. It's got a lot of power, but it goes up slow. But I have used it this way when I didn't want to start up my air compressor. But with the air compressor, it's actually got enough power that it'll do that if you go full pressure with no load on it. So if I'm working on something that is tall, like I built this stand here for my milling machine. And if I'm working on something that's tall, I don't raise it up very high, and that way I can still weld on it. And if I'm working on something short, I raise it on up. It saves my old back. I don't really have to bend over ever. So the lift itself is 30 by 81. And it has 11-inch wings that go on either side, so it gets to be 52 inches wide. That's plenty wide for ATVs and quads and riding lawnmowers, and you could probably even get a UTV up here, but it would kind of stick. The tires might not all fit on it. It comes with an extension up here in the front as well, about 15 inches. The welding table top is 38 by 88, and so it's just a little bit over 3 feet by 7 feet. And one of the things that I worried about when I put this top on here was this removable plate. It's actually made for the motorcycle lift so that you can get the rear tire out of the frame of a motorcycle without lifting it up sky high if it's got, those really big, deep fenders. It also comes with a plate like this with rollers. There's a picture of that that I'll show you. That I got some still photos of when I first got it and when I put the welding table on it. And so this is removable. And it's actually been kind of useful to me. Sometimes when you're making something on something, it's got a piece that is like 90 degrees to the piece that you want to weld. So it's really nice to just stick it down in there, and then you can have it flat instead of having it, in a weird position. The other time it's really nice is when you need to bend something fairly narrow. You can bend it, put the other piece over here, and bend it. So with the 4 inches on either side, I certainly have room for clamps to clamp stuff down. It's in that regard, it's not quite as nice as those welding tables that have all the holes in them, but I will definitely trade up and down hydraulically for all the holes. I can fixture anything I want. I just have to be a little bit more creative. I have really long clamps in case I need to get something in the middle. I've also used a piece of square tubing across something and clamped it on both sides. So it's not really that big of a problem, but the Holy tables are really nice. It's just, for me, I need the height because my old back isn't getting any stronger. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. It's made by Titan Lifts, and it's a 1500. I just looked on their website, and apparently they've discontinued my model, and now they sell 1,000 pound lifts. I don't know how different they are. They look a little different on the bottom. This one has, I'll show you a picture of all the features of this one. But the Titan 1500 is still sold by others. You can get it from Eastwood and some other places. So it's not like it's not available. It's just they're selling off their stock because the Titan Lifts has actually discontinued it. It's a little bit of a pricey thing. I've had it a decade or so, I suppose, and I paid almost $2,000 for the lift, and a fairly significant amount for the steel. It's 1/2 inch thick and weighs 400, 500 pounds. We could do the math real quick, but it's in the orderhood of 400, 500 pounds. So it's one of my favorite things in my shop, and I hope maybe this will help solve some of your problems for having where you've only got one table for everything, and it would be nice for quality of life and how bad your body aches after you get out of the shop to have it go up and down. I've never had anything on here that it wouldn't lift and wouldn't lift easily. And so it's got lots and lots of lifting power, probably more than 1,500 pounds, but that's what the frame is rated for. So I hope this helps someone, and goodbye from Idaho. As usual, if you like or dislike my video, please select the appropriate button and let me know why. I really appreciate comments, and I will answer every one. If you're new to my videos, please select the subscribe and the notification bell to get more videos like this.